So right now, there's some sort of schemes, plots, traps being set for people. These are by individuals that have much more money than you, specifically top one percenters, billionaires. They want to put in things in place to silent treatment, gaslight, hoover, discard, stonewall, and deflect from their actions. Why they're doing this is to cause people to not have enough time, energy, or efforts to be able to love and take care of themselves. Specifically, what they're going to start attacking is unnecessary legal issues, document problems, and specifically immigration. And if you think, oh, they're just deporting people that are criminals, go ahead and think again, because it seems like that's not the case. There's some sort of realization that the population is going to be having, specifically when it comes to themselves, the people that are in power, how they are empowered within themselves. Somebody's going to get exposed. What's being exposed is that they don't want people to expand. They don't want people to have this sense of patience. They want individuals to have a sense of control. Now, for example, you deport everyone that is responsible for cultivating the foods, produce. What's that going to do? It's going to make it more expensive. It's going to increase money in terms of food supply, food sources. So you may not have a family member that is an immigrant, but because there's so many immigrants that work jobs that are crucial to how the economy works, there's going to be a ripple effect that affects everybody. What they're going to do is try to have more control of people, more control of the mind, having people feel stuck. They're trying to affect people's households, stability, trying to affect families, specifically in attacking the nucleus family. They want to go ahead and be able to separate men from their families, the ones that also are in charge of lumber, oil, even. It's like key components that make this economy run are being affected right now for a mass reason, and it's to essentially bring more control. If they can affect the produce, they can bring in more lab grown produce, which means it's something that's been manipulated. Also, at this current time, they want to bring conflict, drama, chaos. When the population as a collective is in a certain vibration, like let's say, for example, fear, as an empath or as someone who's extremely sensitive, you are going to feel that as well. So if you have this inkling that the emotions that you're feeling or your mindset lately isn't because of you, it's because it's not. It's because you're collectively picking up on the majority of what people are feeling. A lot of people right now feel like they're in pause, they're in suspension. A lot of jobs are being suspended. A lot of funding is being suspended right now. A lot of people just kind of feel like they're on edge, waiting to know how things are going to be affected in the future. What this is going to do is to push people towards bartering, trading goods, services for what it is that you need. People are going to find new ways of bringing stability into their lives. Yes, it may be chaotic at first in how this happens, but at the end of the day, it's going to push people towards their creative outlets. So if a source of income is going to be taken away, or if something that you're counting on is going to be removed, it's going to force you to look for another method to get what it is that you desire. So in a way, it's going to push people towards taking action in their creative outlets or towards things that can bring them another source of income. This is something that's coming in from the universe. So this is how meticulous the universe is. Yes, they know we are going to have attacks on this planet that will start to attack our psyche, our mind, our way of life, but there's always something there, some opportunity that will be available if you are open to seeing it. Some people are not open to seeing this opportunity. Some people don't know what sense of their stability they're going to have for the rest of 2025. But what you're being pushed to do is expand. When there's change, especially when there's sudden change and shifts, it's because you're being too comfortable and you're being forced to change. Some of you are being forced to expose how things are. Some of you are being asked to be more patient. Self-care is advised, love you more. Remember, when it comes to the system and demonic entities, they don't want you to rely on self. They want you to rely on them. That's where this control factor comes into play. It's mostly control of the mind. If you have someone's mind, you have their body. You can control where they're headed. You can control whether they're hopeful, whether they have faith or not. And so that you don't fall for this trap, you're being asked to focus on your household, the people that you love closely, finding new creative outlets and opportunities. You will get so good at whatever these creative outlets are that it's inevitable for you to rake in money from that. So instead of relying on the system, you need to start relying on yourself. What is it that you're good at? What do you love to do? What would you do even if you weren't being paid $1 to do it? That's what you need to focus on. That's where you need to invest more time and effort, because it's only a matter of time before you start attracting people. And this brings you financial abundance with the King of Pentacles. Some of you will even make a business out of a skill that you learn, or out of a new hobby that you decide to pick up. And the only way that we can fight back is expanding, is by being patient. Because whatever this is, it's like spiritual warfare is going on, and it's mostly because the people in power, they literally want you dead. Like, they don't even want you to exist. If you're not at the financial threshold of where people feel like you matter, at least if you're the top 1%, then they want you moved out of the way. The way that you fight back is by being happy, by expanding knowledge, wisdom, power. If you know already what someone's going to do, the likelihood that their tactics are going to work is like slim to none. Be patient, because whatever's happening will bring not only more stability towards you, it will help alleviate this control that the devil's trying to have on the population. It's like the more power that the population grows, the more the tactics and the antics increase, because they want you to be stuck.